Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our another video. So this is basically a off-topic video for some of my students. I'm recording this uh, and I'm uploading this on my gaming channel. I will delete it after sharing the link to my viewers. So let's start. I'm gonna tell you something about the Android Studio and how it works and things about it. First of all, what do we have to check? We have some minimum PC requirements that we can check easily from my computer properties. We can go like here is the 16 gigabytes of RAM. The minimum RAM that is required is 8 gigabyte. Uh, Less than 8, I don't think it will run Android Studio properly. And I have a i7 and fourth generation. The 4790 means fourth is the fourth generation of i7. Okay? This is the information about that thing. And the next thing is go to your task manager to check the performance of your PC. Someone is asking me about the performance and stats for the PC, to how to check them. So I'm telling them in this video. Go to the performance tab, and here you can see the performance of your CPU. It's consuming 11 and 10%. That is the idle performance. And here is the memory usage, which is 3.7 gigabyte is being used out of 16 gigabyte. And I have SSD uh, for Windows and my fast softwares that require fast read and write speeds. These two are my hard disk drive, and this is the internet speed. Okay, let's move to the next thing. Click on the search bar and type CXDIHE. Click enter and press yes, and wait for the dialog box to open. It will show you the everything about your PC, like the motherboard and your BIOS versions and each and everything. Okay, go to the display to check the graphics memory. I have 8 gigabit of graphics card installed here. It will show 8000 MBs, and this is the prox memory that is showing the shared memory, 8 gigabyte of graphic card and 8 gigabyte of shared memory from the RAM or from the hard disk. Okay, so now let's move to the Android Studio. First of all, I have it here. Click on it. Okay, it is being opened. Here is the error. Always check this side of the Android Studio. It will show you the stats and creative processes. भाई कल एंड्रॉइड स्टूडियो तो ओपन कर लिया था लेकिन एमसीडी इशू कर रही है. Okay, first of all I'm gonna close this project. Here we go. Whenever you install the Android Studio for the first time, this screen will appear with 0 projects here. Okay, these are my recent projects that I'm working on and that I'm teaching to my students, and you will get nothing here. First of all, go to the settings, leave the settings, go to the new project. Okay, this is how you can create a new project, a new. And first of all, this and next screen this will appear. Okay, don't choose anything else, just keep clicked it on empty activity. We will work on this one thing, like basic activity material 3 and navigation. Like this is the navigation, bottom navigation. There will be 3 buttons added, and I will show you another thing. This is called navigation drawer activity from the side menu, like the Play Store. And this is a map activity, Google Play activity. You can choose whatever you want according to the requirements. Okay, we will choose empty activity. This is a pre-default selected settings. Click on next. Choose the name of the project. I'm gonna type here learning app 2. Okay, like you can see, I have typed learning app 2. It already appeared here on the package name. Package name is a unique name that must be different from all of your apps. It can't be same. Okay, otherwise if you upload the same package name application on Play Store, it won't accept it. So next you have to choose the language. We will work on Java instead of Kotlin. Some people do code on Kotlin, but I don't recommend, and just click on Java. And this is the minimum SDK. It means the application that we are developing will be at least playable on Android 7.0. out below and 7.0, like on 6.0, 6.1, 6.2, it can't be installed. Okay, the minimum version that can install the application is 7.0 to the latest one. Okay, use legacy underscore libraries. Click this one and finish. Now wait for the Gradle to finish. It already finished, I think. The Gradle will appear. Yeah, it's here. Just wait for it to finish. Okay, I will show you the next thing. Basically, this is the user interface of the Android Studio. You must have the internet connection to work on the new projects. Okay, just look here. It is consuming a little bit of, yeah, it is consuming a little bit of internet. It's not, it won't take any extreme data usages. Now I'm not going to tell you about the projects details. I'm going to tell you about the user interface of the Android Studio. Okay, first of all, in the file tab we have some options like new, if we want to create a new project while working on another project, or if we want to create another activity in a project, we will click on this one, a new, and click on new activity, and whichever activity you want to create. Like in the project creation, we have seen all these activities like navigation drawer and sorry, map activity, each and everything, whichever we want to create. Okay, now the here is the open recent projects that we are working on, and this is the setting. We don't need to learn this thing. And whenever our industry shows some errors, just go and click on invalidate cache and restart. Okay, just click on this thing, all the errors will be removed. If the Android IDE is showing errors, okay, not in the code, if the errors are in a code, and you have to uh, recode your whole project, or it will be these are the requirements. Okay, the next thing we're gonna have to work on is in basically, I think these are not required. This is the make project. Whenever you are doing coding and you have done some changes, just click on this thing. It will run a Gradle build. After that, it will show you some errors. If there is any errors, notable errors, then it will show it here. It will mark it out. Or this is the emulator I have installed. It's Pixel 6 Pro mobile, and whenever I click on this thing, it will run my app in the emulator. I will show you that thing. Just give me a second. Let the it is finished now. Gradle build is finished. Now I'm gonna run the application. I will click on this. The mobile will turn on. Just wait for it to turn on. Now this is showing launching app on Pixel 6 Pro API 30. This is the mobile that is turned on now, and our application will be executed here. Launch successful. Like here, see, a learning app 2. This is a hello world. Nothing in the app. Just we have a word hello world. We will go back now. I will show where it is written after that. This is the run app. Whenever we are making some changes, we will terminate the app and rerun the app. Okay, if we are doing, this is called a apply changes and restart the activity wherever we are right now. Like we are in a main activity. I'm gonna change the text here, hello world, hello students. I'm gonna do it. First of all, let me run the app, right? Okay, here it is. Okay, I'm zooming in. This is called hello. Okay, I'm gonna write here hello students, and now I'm not gonna terminate the app. Sorry, I'm not gonna restart the app or terminate the app. I'm just gonna apply up changes here. It won't execute this whole application again. It will just show the changes here. Okay, I'm gonna do it right here. By pressing this button, it will not re-execute the whole project. It will just make the changes in the current activity. This is hello student that we have written here. Okay, and these are the difference of these two buttons. It will restart the whole app like this. Yeah, it will it is asking me to, do you want to terminate the app process app? Yes, terminate the process app. It will re-execute the app, whole app. Okay, this one will already apply the changes here. Now this is the debug app. Whenever we need to debug the app, we will this is a complex thing. I will explain it later, and we're gonna stop it here. Okay, these things are not required for the basics. I'm gonna tell you the basics here. Okay, So this is the play button, means it will run the app. Okay, now whenever you install the Android Studio, don't work on the project that is pre-written here. Okay, just don't open any activity, nothing is required. Just go to this button. This is called SDK manager. Okay, click on it, and you must have selected all the Android versions. Okay, as you can see, we have minimum Android 7.0 that we have selected from the uh, by when we are creating the project. Okay, that is the minimum. From Android 7.0 to Android level 34, our apps will run on these all the Android versions. Okay, you must have selected the Android 12 to Android 13. This is the new version that is available. I have not installed it. I will click on it. This icon shows means with this both API versions needed to download. All these are installed. These are needed to download. So when I click on it, this download button will appear, and we will click on apply. Now it will confirm change. It will ask us to download these softwares. Okay. Okay. So this is started the downloading process. I'm not gonna do that. You have to do that. I'm just teaching you how to do that. Okay. After installing all these, from just tick 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 on all these versions. Okay, and then apply changes. Then after these are installed, all the ticks are appear here, and go to the SDK tools. Click all these. If you have a low-end PC, then don't install the emulator. It will decrease the speed of your PC. Okay, you have to plug in your Android phone through wire and install the drivers, and your device will appear here. Okay, it will show the debugging process. You have to enable the Android debugging in the developers mode from your device. I will teach you that again. I don't have Android right now. I'm using iPhone, so I can't show you that, but I'll give you the videos if you require. Okay, after installing all the Android versions, you have to go to the SDK tools and install all these except emulator things. Like don't tick this, don't tick this, and don't tick this one. Okay, just these things all are required. And after selecting all these and click on apply, it will again download. It will ask you to accept or decline. Just accept and next and okay, everything will be installed. After that, your Android Studio is ready to go. Now I will tell you some idea about what we have here. Whenever we are creating a new application, these things will appear. We have two main modules of every app. Like this is the app module and this is the Gradle script. In app we have all the codings, all the designings, and everything that is required to run the app. And in the Gradle, all the libraries and all the project settings are here. Like I'm gonna explain you the Gradle first. I'm gonna collapse this one. Go to the Gradle bit. Like it is showing Android. These are the predefined things. You don't have to need change these things until some of the libraries are required to add some more plugins here. Okay, just go to the Gradle build. This is the project level Gradle and this is the app level Gradle. Okay, both are named as build Gradle, build Gradle. Like this is the project build. These are the plugins for your whole project, and these are the plugins for your just app. This is the app level Gradle. Just click on this. Here are the libraries and dependencies that are required to run your app. Like this is the error. These have been depreciated. Okay, we have to these are saying that the Android support libraries are depreciated. Just move to the Android X libraries. How we can do that? We just have to click on this, click, and there is an option to move to the Android X. Okay, it will show you version Android intended for Android Pie and below is the last version for the legacy support library. These are the legacy support libraries. Okay, what they are saying. So we recommend that you migrate to Android X libraries while using Android Q and moving forward. The IDE can help with this refactor. Go to migrate to Android X. This is saying go to refactor and migrate to Android X. We can do that manually. How we can do that manually? Just go to Gradle settings and sorry, project settings. Yes, here. Gradle properties. We can type here uh, Android X library is true, or in easy version, go to refactor, and here is the project. Migrate to Android. Just click on this one, and we don't need to back up the project. Just migrate. It will migrate. It will convert all the legacy libraries to Android X to the latest version. Means just wait for it to check the usages, and then it will ask us to refactor or not. Yes, do refactor. Like I told you, use Android X true. If we write it, we have two basic ways to do that. First of all, go to refactor and do all the thing like I have done here, or you can just type this line if you want to in the Gradle property. Just type this line and sync the project. It will shift the whole project into Android X. Okay, I'm gonna minimize the phone here. Okay, I have told you these are the now everything is shifted to Android X. Like you can see, the error will disappear very soon. My Android ID is slow. I don't know why, but it is not working as fast as it should. Now, as you can see, we have shifted to Android X, and these are the highlighted as yellow highlightations. What does it mean? It means the latest version of these libraries have been available. Okay, how we can find the latest version? We have two main ways. Just like app compact, we can Google it. Let me open the Internet Explorer. Okay, uh, what is the latest version of app compact Android? Okay, it will show us the latest version is 1.6.1. Okay, you can find that one on Android official website here, Android developers.android.com. It can be available here. The latest version is 1.6.1, and we are using 1.0. Okay, we can type here 1.6.1. Okay, this is the latest version, and now it will ask us to sync the project here. Every time we do even a word change on the Gradle, we have to sync the project every time. Okay, this is the first way how to update your libraries. Okay, the another way is easy. Just click on the deprecated version and click to the this bulb icon and change to 2.0 2.1.4. This is saying us that this is version is available. You can change it just by clicking. Okay, as you can see, when we have clicked here, the highlightation is gone. Click on sync project, it will be added to the project. We are doing these two again, and just click on this and change to 1.1.5. Click on this and change it to 3.5.1. Here we go. Our project is up to date now. Click on sync now, and Gradle build will run, and the whole project will be integrated to the whole these changes will be integrated to our app. Now, after that, these are the actually basic things for our Android development. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you about the next module. We have two modules, as I have already told you, the Gradle module and the app module. Here are the settings for our settings and libraries and Gradle build modules and everything that is required to run the app. And this is our app actually. It has the coding, that it has the designing, that it has everything that is required to develop an app. First of all, we have a manifest file. It has the main basic things, means how many activities we have in the project, and what is the name of our app, and what is the icon of our app. Everything is defined here. Okay, we have only one activity. The activity is described here. It is a main activity. Okay, and this is the intent filter, which shows this is the main activity. Every time we click on the app icon to run the app, this activity will run. If these lines are added to the another activity, if we have three activities, this is if we add this in the third activity, the third activity will run on the first activity. Okay, it will run first. Okay, just these are the main things about the manifest. And the next module is Java. Basically, we don't have to open these two lines which are highlighted. these are not required for us. Only we have to open the first one. Here is our main activity, which are actually pre-written, okay, and nothing to change here. Just change according to your project. I will show you another project here that will describe how many changes, how to change the main activity about our requirements. Basically, these are the Java we have done about Java. Okay, these are not required. These are generated. Don't open these generated auto folders. Okay, just click on resources now. It has the designing tab. Means we can I can you just have according to your requirement. You can split it. Here is the coding version, and on this side we will have the designing version. I don't know why it's not appearing here. Maybe there is an error. Hard coded text. How to refresh is the refresh is uh, I don't know why this is showing this type of error here. If we click on speed, the designing tab will appear here and the code will appear here. Okay, whenever we do some changes on the code, it will appear here. Okay, and this is the layout. Let me open another app. It is showing some errors here. I'm gonna open the learning app, this window. My ID is doing some errors. Like, let me check the exceptions in Android core report and clear all. And it's submitting the report to the Android website. Like, now we have opened another project. As you can see, we have two main modules here. Okay, and let me close all these tabs. We have a Gradle and we have app. Okay, let me minimize this one and maximize this one. Okay, now I'm gonna open Java, and our first, this is the package name we have defined in the project creation text view. Okay, just click on this. Now we have three activities. Okay, splash screen, main activity, and second activity. This project is I used to teach my student. And first of all, which app will run first? I already told you in the manifest where is the intent filter, that activity will run first. Okay, I'm gonna open the manifest now. As you can see, this is the main activity. Okay, from here to here. This is the second activity from here to here, and this is the third activity from here to here. And in the splash screen we have intent filter, means splash screen will run first. Okay, we have these. Let me run the app here. Is it recording? Yes, it is recording. Okay, it will turn on the emulator and run the app. Okay, here is our screen. Now the splash screen is running. Okay, after splash we will go to the main activity. When I click on, this is a button I have placed here, move to second screen, main move to the second activity. When I click on it, it will move to the second screen. Now there are two buttons, move to previous screen. I have actually coded mistakenly. I added up down, means the code on this button has to be placed on here. When I click on splash, it will go to the back screen. Now how does this is a basic application that I have created to teach my students. Okay, now I'm gonna first of all go to the manifest. We are at manifest, right? If I place this intent filter control X and place it here, now what will happen? I have done an error here. Okay, give me a second. This is the main activity. I'm gonna change it to the main activity, and I'm gonna change this one to splash screen. This is a splash screen. Now what will happen? The splash screen was on main activity before we have done these changes. Now main activity has the intent filters. Whenever we run the app, the main activity will execute first. Okay, let me perform these actions here. Yes, terminate it. Now executing. Here is the main activity. The Android does not open the splash screen this time because the intent filters are on main activity. Now I'm gonna change it again to splash. Here we go, and main activity. Here we go. Error will disappear. Okay, whenever now I'm gonna execute it again. Now the splash screen will execute. Okay, you can put it wherever you want. These intent filter you can put wherever you want according to the project requirements. Okay, it depends. Now how all these buttons and how this splash screen works, I'm gonna teach you that. First of all, let me minimize this one. First of all, we'll go to the main activity. Okay, I'm gonna open the main activity coding, and I'm gonna open the main activity layout. Basically these both will make a single activity, okay, on your screen that you can use. Now as you can see in the designing, there is a button which says move to the second screen. On this XML, if I delete this thing from here, the button will disappear. Okay, this is the code for hold this button, and like this is the Android ID. These are the properties of this button. Okay, all these are the properties. First of all, we are defining the ID. These are the predefined. You can name it whatever you want. I have named it BT1, and this is the layout width and layout height. Mean how much we have to increase the size and width and height. We place wrap content, mean wherever the text has ended, close the button. Okay. If we add something here, the button size will increase gradually, as you can see on the right side. I'm gonna delete the text here that I have typing. Okay. Sorry for my English. I'm not that much expert here. Okay, this is about the text, and this is the margin from the top, and these are the constraints that I will explain in another video. Okay, I'm gonna increase the size of the text. Just place Android layout, just type size S. It will show you. It will just type size. Text size. Here is text size. I'm gonna define 20 sp square pixels. The size has been increased. Okay, this is how we make changes to our XML files. XML files are the designing files. Okay, wherever we can design whole activity, whole mobile screens here. And now go to the main activity.java. This is just a button. It is not performing or doing anything. We have defined ID of the button, and now after defining the ID, we will go to the Java file. Now from here to top, this is the predefined code. Okay, now we have button, and I have created a variable. How we have created the variable? We have typed button and b2. You can name whatever you want. Okay, I have typed here b2. Now b2 is equal to button. We are now letting the ID know what we are performing here. Okay, b2 is a button, find view by ID, and this is a predefined thing, and r.id.bt1. R is a resource, id means from the resources we have to find the button named as bt1. bt1 is here. Okay, like if we just press dot, it will show us all the buttons and all the text views and that we have in our whole project. I'm gonna work on this line here, bt1. After that, we are teaching again to id b2 dot set on click listener. we are performing on click listener. Basically, what is on click listener? It is a whenever we click on that button, uh, it has to listen to it what we are doing. Okay, what we are performing on click listener, this is a predefined code when we are typing it. Intent splash intent is equal to new intent from main activity dot this to second clause. This is a predefined code. You just have to add this and these two words. Okay, what is this? This is from which activity you are moving to. We are moving to from main activity. Okay, to which activity we are moving? We are moving on second activity. Whenever a person click on that button, on this button, it will go to from main activity to the second activity. Okay, start activity splash intent to start. Whenever user click on it, the sorry, the ID will come here and it will check what is doing B2. B2, what is B2 basically? B2 is a button. Okay. What is performing on B2 button? On click listener. What is on click listener is doing? It is doing moving us from main activity to second activity. Let me show you. I'm gonna run the app again. Okay. Whenever I click on this button, it will go to the second activity. Okay. Now I'm gonna change here. I'm gonna go to the splash screen from this screen. I will just have to type splash. Okay. Dot class. Now what will happen? Whenever I click on this button, we will go to the splash screen. I'm gonna apply changes now. It might ask us to terminate the app. Maybe applying changes. Okay. Now I'm gonna click on this button again. Now you can see we have moved to the splash screen instead of going to the second class. Okay. Now go back. I'm gonna go to the second class again. Okay, this is how a button is working. Now let's go to the second activity. Here is our second activity. This is the code of the second activity, and let's open the designing site. Let me minimize this. Okay, we have two different buttons. First of all is move to splash screen, and a second is move to previous screen. Okay, we have properties of these two buttons, which are ID, width and height, and margin from the top and end, and the size obviously, and the background. We have created the button in the Photoshop and placed that Photoshop button in drawable folder. Here we go, and we have assigned our button to this drawable. Means there is nothing if we remove this line, the button will disappear. Okay, we are making this image that we have created here. I will show you. Go to the downloads, and here are the buttons. Okay, we have created these buttons in Photoshop just to the to teach the students. Okay, and in Android Studio we call these to the buttons backgrounds, and these buttons will appear here, and both codes are same, both properties are same, and we will go to the Java file or the coding file. Means like I have told you in the main activity, we have defined a variable. We have defined two variables because we have two buttons here. Button is equal button space b3 and button space b4. We have assigned whatever we want. Okay, now this is the predefined code here, and now we're gonna code about the button 3. As you can see, button 3 is equal to button. This is a button. Find view by id. ढूंढो उसे resources में कहाँ है. ठीक है, sorry for that. Resource.id is equal to button. Find because we have named it, we have the name button here in the id. Okay, button and button 1. Just find the button. We are performing it on button. Okay, if we place but bt1, we are doing all the codes on the main activity button. Here is the main activity button. Let me show you this one. If we place if we type bt1, in here, okay, it will start performing all these actions on bt1, but we are not doing that because we are working on a second activity, and we will work on bt2 button, sorry, and b3 set on click listener, set the on click listener or on b3. What on click listener is doing, intent, this is a variable, whatever you want to type here, intent I is equal to new intent. From second screen, move the id to the splash screen, okay. I'm gonna type here main because it was incorrect, main, and I'm gonna type splash here. Here we go. Okay, from second screen go to the, if user click on button, the first button, the user will move to the main activity, okay. If the user click on the second button, the button 1, this button, okay, the user will go to the splash screen, okay. Now I'm gonna start the activity. This is how buttons are actually doing here. This is a splash screen. I will describe you how to create the splash screen. Now this is the main activity, okay. Main activity is here, like this. When we click on this, the code will execute. This code will execute to move the main activity to second class. Now we are at a second class. Now which code will execute? Move to splash screen. Whenever we click on this one, that this code will run, okay. This code will execute, okay. When we click here, the code execute from the to move to the splash screen. We are back to the splash screen, and after splash it is returned to back to the main activity. Here we go to the main, and whenever click on the previous screen, it will go to the main activity. So this is just a loop type development here to teach you guys how to perform these actions. Basically, I'm gonna tell you a few more things about the Android Studio. The Java files are basically the coding files for all the codings and algorithms and actions and events are performed here on each of the activity wherever you want. And the XML files are basically the designing files, designing activities, okay. All the designings are performed on these side, like you can see the size of the text and the background of the text and the color of the text and the height, width of the text and background. If you want to change the background of this activity, we can just have to type background at the rate of drawable black. The background is changed to the black one, okay. These are the colors defined here, okay. And means animation, if we have some animation in our application, we will add it in animation folder. If we have some drawables to work on to add in the application, like we have s2, which is just a wallpaper, and I'm gonna place this wallpaper on our activity. Just go to here and go to the entered background, click on add the red drawable and select s2. The background will appear. No, just let me apply the changes in the app. Now here is our background that we have set. It is very easy, okay. These are the little functions here. All the basically pictures, buttons that we have created in Photoshop or wherever we have downloaded it, everything about pictures will be moved to the drawable folder, and we will call it as we want, like we have called the s2 here. Okay, this is a drawable folder and this is animation. Now the layout folder, all the activities are here, designing activities, XMLs are here, okay. The main activity XML is here, the second activity XML is here, the splash screen XML is here. Let me show you. This is the splash screen XML, okay. All the designings are performed in resources layout folder. Map is basically the icon of the app that appear on your home screen on your mobile. Basically we have this icon of the app, okay. Let me show you again. Just go back to the home screen, and as you can see, learning app, okay. This is the icon. This icon is here. Map has the icons, values have the string files, like the name of the application. If we want to change, this is the learning app, right? If we want to change the name to the best learning app, okay, now restart the app, the name will change here. This is how you can change the name of your application. Now let's see, best learning app, the name is changed now. Go to the home screen, and this is where is the name now? Here it go. Here we go. Best learning app. Okay, and all the string, all the textual data is written here. Whatever we are typing on for the app name and for the buttons like click me again. These are the two buttons. Learn. I have written this for my student to teach him, and this is the values. Basically, these are the colors that we call here. Actually, main activity. Let me close all the files first. I'm gonna open main activity. This is a black color, okay. Whenever we go to the color, then here is a black. These colors are predefined. These colors are we have defined after working on the project. I'm gonna call pink color, okay, in main activity. Let's click on this background and at the rate colors. Sorry, at the rate colors, and I'm gonna go and select pink. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna change the background of this button. Just go and type here background. As you can see, Android background will appear. Just tap and change the color at the red color. I'm gonna change it to purple. Okay, here is the purple. Now you can see that background of the button is changed. I'm gonna change the text of the button. Okay, text color of the button. I'm gonna change type text color. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna change it to white. At the rate colors. Where is white? We don't have white here. Sky blue. Okay, the color is changed to sky blue. Okay, this is how all these properties actually work. We have changed the background of the color, we have changed the background of the whole activity, we have changed the color of the text, we have increased the size, we have changed the margins, everything. These are the basic things for your Android Studio. Basically, I'm gonna repeat everything again. First of all, whenever we open Android Studio, this thing will appear. Okay, these two are the modules. The first module is the app, and the second module is Gradle script. Gradle has all the settings, all the libraries, all the properties that is required to run our app. Okay, this is the project level Gradle, which we have nothing to change here. Okay, just close this one, and this is the app level Gradle. We have to change few things like we have compile SDK version is 33 that we are working on Android. Which version is 33? 33 is Android 13. We are working on Android 13, and the minimum SDK version is 24, which is Android 7.0. And if we update the app to Play Store, for the if we roll out another app updatation to the app, we will increase the version code here and sync the project. These are the libraries. These are the predefined libraries that we have to add according to our requirements and according to our project. Okay, and these are the Gradle settings, and these are not required to for you to learn right now. I close all the tabs, and now we are minimizing this Gradle script, and we are moving to app level, and this is the manifest which has our application name. Basically, this is Android label means what is the label of our application, what is the name of our application, which is best learning app. Where is best learning app is written? It is written in resources, values, and string. This is the app name, best learning app. If we change here, it will automatically change in manifest, because whenever we click on, we have called it in string, like we have called the color, like we have called the background. Okay, string is equal to app name. Whatever we type in app name, it will obviously appear here. Okay, this is the icon of the app, this is the theme of our app, these are the three activities we have working on our app. This is the intent filter which is used to make the activity as a main activity. Okay, Main activity mean it will be executed first. This is about the manifest, and now we'll work on the open the Java file. First of all, these three are the activities. This is the button. How we are working on a button. This is just we are performing on click event here. And the second activity, we have three buttons here, two buttons here, and on the splash screen we have few animations are here. I will describe in another video. This is about the whole project and everything that is required to work on Android Studio. Just whenever you are installing new project, new Android Studio, just click on Android SDK Manager and install all these above Android 12. Install all these and install all these except emulator, because it will slow down your slow end PC. If you have a high end PC, then you can install like I have installed the Android emulator. Okay, click on OK, and I think emulator is working. As you can see, uh, Android Studio is taking about 62% of memory. Mean it consume a lot of RAM. If you are running, if you have installed the emulator, I'm gonna terminate it. I'm just working on Android Studio ID. Now it must have to be dropped. It doesn't it doesn't drop. Uh, we will restart and it will just come to 40% of the consumption of our memory. This is all about the Android Studio and few basic things about your uh, PC. A minimum requirement, I would say, minimum will be 8 gigabit of RAM, and it must be Core i5 or Core i7 third to upward. This is a requirement. You must have SSD installed in your PC for Windows and for Android Studio. It will increase the speed of the whole process. Now I'm gonna close this project, and this is all about the basics. Uh, if you have any issues, just let me know in the comments, and time of the video wherever you didn't understand, I will explain you. Okay, wherever you have issues. This video is about 47 minutes long, and ask me everything in comments. Okay, just watch this video again and again. If you have issues, do comments, I will explain it again. That's all for the video. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz, stay blessed, peace out.